Throughout history, world leaders have shaped their nations, and sometimes the world, but their deaths, equally captivating. In this special, we dive into the final moments of 50 influential figures from all corners of the globe, spanning different eras. Some died in peace, others met violent ends. We'll even cover controversial figures whose legacies remain hotly debated. Our goal is to present these stories with objectivity, no judgment, just context and history. This special is about 50 world leaders and how they died.
Sorgono e che nascono e I principi che declinano, la vittoria è per noi, per I primi.
Benito Mussolini, Italy's self-proclaimed Il Duce, led a dramatic and polarizing life. Born in 1883, he founded the Fascist Party in 1919, exploiting Italy's post-World War I unrest. By 1922, he had seized power, ruling with an iron fist. Mussolini's ambition pushed Italy into a dangerous alliance with Nazi Germany during World War II. As the war turned against him, his support crumbled. In 1943, he was arrested, only to escape briefly before facing his final reckoning. In April 1945, partisans caught Mussolini while fleeing with his mistress. His brutal execution, followed by the public hanging of their bodies in Milan, symbolized the violent end of fascism in Italy. Charles de Gaulle, the towering French general and statesman, left an indelible imprint on his nation. Best known for his role in leading the Free French during World War II, de Gaulle's defiance of Nazi occupation made him a symbol of French resistance. His political comeback in 1958 marked a pivotal moment, with de Gaulle founding France's Fifth Republic and stabilizing the country amid turmoil. His presidency saw the end of the Algerian War and his firm stand on French independence often clashing with the US and NATO. In 1970, after his retirement, de Gaulle passed away from an aneurysm, leaving behind a legacy of French pride and resilience. King Faisal of Saudi Arabia was a reformer in a traditional land. Ascending to the throne in 1964, Faisal steered the kingdom through modernization without alienating religious leaders. His policies, like the introduction of television and support for women's education, were groundbreaking in such a conservative society. Faisal's leadership during the 1973 oil embargo cemented his reputation globally, but his life was cut short. In 1975, during a royal audience, Faisal's nephew, Prince Faisal bin Musaid, shot him. The assassination shocked the nation, and the motive remains unclear, but Faisal's influence as a cautious yet progressive leader continues to be felt today.
Good that you are here to record this picture of me.
Haile Selassie, the Ethiopian emperor known as the Lion of Judah, was a symbol of African independence and leadership. Claiming a lineage that stretched back to King Solomon, Selassie ruled Ethiopia for over 40 years, modernizing the nation and gaining global attention for his speech at the League of Nations in 1936, condemning Italy's invasion. Despite his international standing, Selassie faced internal strife. In 1974, a coup deposed him amid growing unrest and famine. He died under mysterious circumstances while under house arrest a year later. To many, particularly Rastafarians, Selassie remains a revered figure, embodying both spiritual and political leadership.
Worse than the Treaty of Versailles, legalized aggression, legalized occupation.
Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was one of Pakistan's most influential and controversial figures. As Prime Minister in the 1970s, Bhutto aimed to transform Pakistan through socialist policies, nationalizing industries, and advocating for the common people. However, his authoritarian tendencies alienated many. His role in developing Pakistan's nuclear program marked a significant moment, yet his rule faced mounting opposition. In 1977, a military coup led by General Zia-ul-Haq ousted him. After a controversial trial, Bhutto was sentenced to death, and in 1979, he was hanged. His execution remains divisive, with supporters viewing him as a martyr, while critics see him as a failed autocrat. Indira Gandhi, India's first and only female prime minister, was a formidable figure in Indian politics. She implemented bold policies, from the Green Revolution to bank nationalization, which transformed India's economy. But her tenure was also marred by controversy, especially during the emergency period of 1975, when she curtailed civil liberties and jailed political opponents. After being voted out, she returned to power in 1980, but faced increasing unrest. Her decision to send the military into the Golden Temple, a Sikh holy site, led to her assassination in 1984 by her own Sikh bodyguards. Her death left a profound impact on India's political landscape. Pol Pot, the enigmatic leader of the Khmer Rouge, unleashed a reign of terror on Cambodia. Born Saloth Sar, he adopted his revolutionary name while leading a communist insurgency. In 1975, his forces captured Phnom Penh, beginning a brutal experiment in social engineering. Cities were emptied and millions were forced into rural labor camps. The regime's policies led to widespread famine and purges. An estimated 1.5 to 2 million Cambodians perished. Vietnam's invasion in 1979 toppled the Khmer Rouge, but Pol Pot continued to lead a guerrilla movement. He spent his final years under house arrest, abandoned by former allies. In 1998, he passed away from heart failure, never facing justice for his crimes. Saddam Hussein, Iraq's strongman for decades, left a legacy of brutality and conflict. Rising through the ranks of the Ba'ath Party, he seized power in 1979. Saddam's rule was marked by repression, particularly against Kurds and Shiites. He led Iraq into two devastating wars, with Iran in the 1980s and the Gulf War in 1991. Despite crippling sanctions, Saddam maintained his grip on power. His defiance of weapons inspectors led to the 2003 US-led invasion. Saddam went into hiding, but was captured 9 months later. After a controversial trial, he was convicted of crimes against humanity. On December 30th, 2006, Saddam was executed by hanging. His fall marked the end of an era in Middle East politics. Benazir Bhutto's life was a story of resilience and ambition. As Pakistan's first female prime minister, she shattered societal expectations in a country where women rarely held power. Stepping into the political limelight as the daughter of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, a former prime minister, she was seen by many as a symbol of hope. However, her tenure was turbulent, marked by political challenges and accusations of corruption that cut her term short. Despite these setbacks, Benazir remained steadfast in her dedication to the country. In 2007, after years in exile, she returned to Pakistan to lead once more. On December 27, 2007, her journey ended when she was killed in an explosion during a political rally, leaving behind a legacy filled with both achievement and sorrow. Fidel Castro, Cuba's revolutionary leader, defied the odds in the U.S. for decades. He seized power in 1959, promising equality and social justice. Under his rule, Cuba saw improvements in healthcare and education, but also suffered political repression and economic hardship. Castro's alliance with the Soviet Union and his defiance during the Cuban Missile Crisis made him a central figure in Cold War politics. Despite countless assassination attempts, Castro outlasted his enemies, even handing over power to his brother Raúl in 2008. When Castro passed away in 2016, he left behind a deeply divided legacy, both celebrated and criticized across the world. Thanks for watching. Today we explored the intriguing and often dramatic ways in which world leaders have met their untimely ends. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about history's powerful figures and their fates, make sure to subscribe. You'll stay updated with our latest content and join a community of curious minds. Don't forget to drop your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.